Assalamu alaikum. Today's statement is titled, "Oh Joe Biden, roll out the red carpet." This statement was written by the awaited Imam Mahdi Nasser Mohammed al-Yamani on the 3rd of July 2022 and is to be recited to you by one of his supporters. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, the Almighty, the avenger of every arrogant in this mendacious world, except those in whom my Lord has mercy. O U.S. President Joe Biden and former President George Bush Jr., I shall say a word by the permission of Allah, roll out the red carpet at the gate of the White House, and gird your loins to receive Allah's caliph on the whole world, Imam Mahdi Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani, as a guest on the United States of America soon. And my Lord is Allah, the truth, and the truth I say, and Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani was never of the jesters. So if Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani is truly Allah's caliph on the whole world, then what will your thought be about Allah who chose him to be his caliph on the whole world, its land and sea? Wouldn't Allah achieve his purpose owning Arabs and Arabs? Then what do you think about him whom Allah is with? And why don't you save yourselves from the distresses of the wars of the calamities of Allah's cosmic and covetous war? Verily you are not co-equal to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. So listen to and comprehend this verse by which I was ordered by Allah to recite unto the words as follows. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل اللهم مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك ممن تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيدك الخير إنك على كل شيء قدير صدق الله العظيم. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Say, O Allah, owner of sovereignty, you give sovereignty to whom you will, and you take sovereignty away from whom you will. You honor whom you will, and you humble whom you will. In your hand is all good. Indeed, you have power over all things. Chapter 3, verse 26. Yes, indeed. It is among the fundamental clear verses of the book in the Great Quran, and that is how the order of Allah came to me to recite it, as there is no new revelation, rather the true clarification of the glorious Quran, which you shall find truly manifested in actual reality. O U.S. President Joe Biden, my Lord is the truth, and the truth I say, with the decisive word that is not to be taken for amusement, that America, Russia, China, Britain, and all the major and minor powers must know that they truly cannot resist Allah's cosmic and covetous wars, but to have entered the stage of the war, the greatest climatic calamities, in COVID, the severe soldier under the leadership of Allah, the Almighty, the praiseworthy. In the mightiest and power and most tormenting COVID has arrived, although it does not have even an atom's weight of disease symptoms, except for only one, which is death, that shall not be escaped by whomever it hits in the blink of an eye. Furthermore, I am Allah's caliph al-Mahdi Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani, who does not speak about Allah except with the truth in regards to the description of COVID, the firm plan of Allah, which strikes the wrongdoers, and let me be more precise in describing the firm plan of Allah. It does not strike with death in the blink of an eye. Far is that from being the truth, but I swear by the Lord of the earth and the heavens that COVID, the firm plan of Allah, strikes whomever it hits in sooner than a blink of an eye, out of the intensity of its might by the words of Allah of the firm planning. And I mean the time dedicated to the arrogant wrongdoers, so that they would neither be able to make a will nor return to their people, a gift for them from the Lord of the words, to whom and his caliph did not assign any importance. Or did you find the origin of Corona, Allah's soldiers, and from where did Allah invade you with it? As per my announced challenge with the truth at the beginning, for you to know the origin of Corona, in line with the word of Allah the Exalted. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. فذرني ومن يكذب بهذا الحديث سنستدرجهم من حيث لا يعلمون وأملي لهم إن كيدي متين صدق الله العظيم. So leave me to deal with him who denies this discourse. We will progressively lead them from where they do not know. For behold, though I may give them rain for a while, indeed my plan is firm. Chapter 68, verses 44 to 45. You have indeed denied the minor signs of Allah, and it is now time for Allah's soldiers of the firm plan by the command of their Creator, Leader, and who taught them how He created man and how they shall invade him. Also, Allah prepared them for the determining and decisive battle against Arab decision makers, and who whomever Allah wills from non-Arabs and their peoples. Also, many of them will disappear from TV screens very soon, especially Arab decision makers and whomever Allah wills from non-Arabs. Ergo, they shall be struck with the same, which Allah struck King Salman and his crown prince, Mohammed bin Salman, which is the same thing Allah promised to strike with Khalid bin Salman, the greatest among actors, and those satisfied with turning people away from believing the edifying signs among the Arab and non-Arab decision makers, guests, and hosts. Lo and behold, how will Joe Biden visit the dead to hold with them meetings, interviews, and security and economic agreements in KSA? This is utterly very strange and beyond wonder. And O US President Joe Biden, if you are truly a truth seeker, nothing will befall you, and Allah knows best what is within yourself. To turn back to your Lord to guide your heart. Perhaps Joe Biden would like to say, O Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani, are your challenges still on concerning the fact that COVID of no escape from death has struck with death King Salman and his crown prince Mohammed bin Salman? Because the date of my visit to the Arabian Peninsula has approached. Then Allah's Caliph al-Mahdi Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani replies to you and says, O Joe Biden, my answer is a yes, filled with confidence and pride in Allah, the Almighty, the Praiseworthy. Also, there were others whom he did not witness have sinned like the sins of their late companions, and I advised them to take a lesson, so they submit to Allah's command of obeying His Caliph and worship Allah alone, thus they guide themselves and their peoples. Therefore Allah increases them in the honor due to power. How many times did I advise them with the truth to choose what bears good for themselves, but they did the opposite, and instead of taking a lesson and example, you see them striving to cause failure to the edifying signs for the world by devising some plan to turn people away from believing these signs. As a result, Allah has counter-devised the plan against them in line with the word of Allah the Exalted. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. أم أبرموا أمرا فإنا مبرمون أم يحسبون أن لا نسمع سرهم ونجواهم بلى ورسلنا لديهم يكتبون صدق الله العظيم. Or have they devised some affair? But indeed we are devising a plan. Or do they think that we hear not their secrets and their private conversations? Yes, we do, and our messengers are with them recording. Chapter 43, verse 79-80. How greatly did they belittle people's minds through the fellows of the masked faces of King Salman and his crown prince Mohammed bin Salman under the leadership of the actor who fooled nations Khalid bin Salman. And yes, indeed you will find these masked faces of the impersonators of Salman and his crown prince Mohammed bin Salman speaking to those around them among hosts. Both the guest and the host have agreed on acting. However, they do not speak to the words live in an audiovisual way through TV about new topics that took place after the beginning of February the 3rd, 2022, and unequivocally neither King Salman nor his crown prince Mohammed bin Salman will do so until pigs fly. But Allah has made them a lesson and example for decision makers, and other chiefs shall join them, but I am not sure whether Allah will give them time till the day of the Gulf Summit, or He shall dismiss them from their posts to the hellfire. So you find no one to meet, O Joe Biden. As Arab leaders know, comprehend, and understand what Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani says, but they got too far neglecting warnings and acted arrogantly as if they do not know, while they know that Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani is truthful, and never was I a lunatic who says conjectures about Allah, O Joe Biden. So allow the red carpet to receive Allah's Caliph al-Mahdi Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani in Washington in front of the White House, because Allah will definitely make your necks and the whole world's bend in utter humility before Allah's Caliph al-Mahdi Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani, provided that Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani is truly Allah's Caliph on the whole world. And I repeat, on the whole world, O Joe Biden, by the permission of Allah the Almighty, the Praiseworthy. So worship Allah alone, no partners with Him, O Joe Biden, so that He increases your might and power. This I promise you with a decisive word that is not to be taken for amusement, and follow the story of the death of King Salman and his crown prince Mohammed bin Salman. Peace be upon the messengers, and all praises due to Allah, the Lord of the words. Allah's Caliph on the whole world, Imam Mahdi Nasser Muhammad al-Yamani.